Hello, hello, everyone. Welcome, everyone that is in the chat and everyone that will watch on replay. Tonight is a little sneak peek into our Adventure Awaits release. This is sneak peek number 2, and I'm going to be creating tonight with one of our brand new lovely layers, which we know that have been so popular and we all love to create with. Monday's card was a little more masculine feeling, and tonight is going to be a little more feminine. We're going to pull out some Distress Oxide inks. I'm going to ink on to some white cardstock as I love to do, and we're going to create something really beautiful. I want to say hello to a few that are in the chat over there. I see a lot of my friends, David and Beth and Harriet and Susan. And let's see here, Paula, Sherry, hello, Diana, Kim, let's see, Bernadine, hello, Nan, and Martha, hello, everyone. It's so good to see you. And without further ado, so we can get busy card making tonight, I'm going to go down to my desk view, but I want to remind you that we are having a giveaway at the end of the live, so stick around. And the way Lisa chooses our giveaway winners for each of the live streams is through the comments that are going on during the live. So if you see something that you like, or you just want to say hello, or if this is your first time being here, get in the chat there and say hello and let us know. It says something is echoing. Okay, well, let's go here. Let me fix it. Built-in test, general. Let's see, is it still, sound is off. Sound is off. That is not good. Audio. Let's see here. Okay, tell me if that is better. Lovely layer spoon. I can hear you. Julie can hear me. Not off, but sound off like there's an echo or well. Tell me if that sounds better. Lisa can tell me. All clear. Not better. Whew. Okay, let's see here. You gotta love. Okay, that one's not. I sound like Darth. A little bit of an echo. Okay, I'm going in and adjusting. Sounds good. You sound fine to me. I can kind of switch mics, and so I'm not having a problem with the hearing. Lisa can tell me if that sounds, there is reverberation better. Roxanne says that sounds better. Okay, we're gonna keep it there. Okay, no telling what is going on here. Okay, so let's now, no echo. Okay, perfect. All right, so now let's go down to the desk view now that we've got all that worked out, and then hopefully we don't have any more technical issues, okay? All right, so this is the card that we created on Monday night, and you can see we used our new little forest embossing folder. We have a new lovely layers wood set that includes this stump. You can see the loose. I have another one here loose so I can kind of hold it up and show it to you. All that detail in there. And of course, our lovely layers owl. We also have some brand new pattern paper coming out. And so this is the card that we created on Monday night. And then I just have some others that we'll kind of just do a quick little flip through. It's all the same owl, just decorated a little bit different for each one, mixed with some of our lovely layers winter greenery. And so all different types of looks with the owl. Okay, so now that we've got our recap all finished, let's get busy on some ink blending. Okay, the layered birds call my name. Okay, so what I'm gonna do here is I'm gonna pull out some die cut. This is our new Lovely Layers water lily. And so I am going to lay out, like we like to do here, all of my water lily pieces. And I'm going to have a full open water lily bloom. And then we have a lily pad. And then we've got a smaller little bud that I'm going to keep in my dish here, but I'll pull it out to ink blend it here in a minute. Okay, so we're going to layer this together. It comes out absolutely beautiful. And I like to always start on my most bottom piece or the lowest portion of all of the layers. Okay, and so I am going to blend with saltwater taffy. This is going to give us a really beautiful kind of corally pink color, and this bottommost layer is going to be my most dark. And so I am going to hold this up and you can see if I tilt it in the light, it gives a better look. Anywhere that there is the embossing lines or the little detail areas that are pressed into the paper, those are the petals that are going to show. And so that's where I'm going to concentrate most of the color, most of the blending, and then not so much on the other parts, the flat parts, because we know that that is not going to show. Now, because I want this to be my darkest layer, you can see that I'm doing something. Those of you that know me and watch the live, something I don't normally do. I'm dipping really heavy-handed into the ink because I want this layer to be super rich and super dark. So I can just kind of keep adding on that color until I am happy with the way that that looks. And then when I get it the way that I want it, I can kind of set that aside and be ready to go. All right, so I'm going to pull out my next layer, which is this guy here. Again, it's got embossing lines in there. And so this layer, I'm not going to make quite as dark as this one. And so I can ink on, start pulling that up. There we go. Swirl it back and forth. And I'm not going to keep dipping back into that ink because I want that layer to be lighter. You see how we're getting lighter here as we go from back and then or bottom to the top. Okay, so I'm going to set that aside, and then I'm going to grab my next layer, which is this silly looking piece right here. And I'm not even going to dip this time. I'm going to go in. Let's get you turned around the way I want you and work back and forth with what's on my brush and what I'm picking up on the mat. Just like so. And again, with all of our layering dies, I like to do this. I like to pick it up before I glue it all down and place everything together to kind of see where all of my color and all that pigment is going. So you can kind of see all the dimension kind of coming together here where we've got that really dark layer in the back and then it's getting a little bit lighter as we work our way forward. And then now we've got the next piece. Again, I can kind of blend on, go this way, that. like so. Concentrate more color towards the center and then let it get dark or lighter as it comes out into those petals. And we'll do a little pickup here. And then this is how we're looking. Yep, and make sure I've got all my little layers going like they're supposed to. Okay, and then we have the topmost layer. And I'm gonna work in a bunch of color here in the center and then pull it out. Center and pull it out. Swirl my little bristles around. And you'll notice that when we work on the owl, the uppermost layer, the outermost wing, I spent more time on that. Same with my flowers, because that's really what's gonna show on the top. So I'm really gonna get those petals looking pretty there. And then I lay down this guy just like so and kind of use my fingers. It doesn't have to be lined up perfectly, but I can kind of see here where all of our color is going. There we go. All right, now let's see here. I do want to take, because I see a little spot right there that needs a little extra love. There we go. Now we've got that all finished. Next, this is the little petal that's gonna go right there towards the center. And when I ink it, I'm actually gonna pick up off of my mat, and I'm gonna start the ink down here, which what would be on the innermost portion of that petal, and I'm gonna fade it lighter as we move up. So I'm gonna start way down here at that point, really heavy-handed on those bristles, and then we'll fade that color as it goes up towards the top of that little petal. There we go. And then that little guy is gonna be tucked right in there. You can see how all that beautiful color is all gonna come together. Okay, now let's work on our little bud. And this is gonna be similar here. I'm gonna lay out my little pieces. And all of these layering dies, when you get them in the mail, they're gonna come with a layering guide. So no fear on, trying to make everything work or how it goes together. The layering guide is really gonna help you. Okay, so this largest portion here, I know is going to be the undermost petals. And so I'm going to ink him up really heavily like we did on the big open lily. Okay, and so that's looking pretty good. And then I can move on to the next one. I'm gonna start really heavy-handed at the base, and we can kind of swirl it around and lighten it up a little bit as we go towards the top. My fingers aren't going to cooperate. Okay, and we're going to start looking like this. And it's going to look like the little water lily that has not quite opened up yet. So we're going to keep working our way up. Same thing here. I'm going to start out really rich down in here, and we'll kind of fade it up just a little bit. And then we have our outermost layer or our outermost little petals here. This is going to be dark towards the base where they all would be gathered together. And then I'm going to get lighter as we go to the tips of those cute little petals. And I can just kind of keep working that in there until I get it exactly the way I want it, and then that little guy is gonna fit right in there, and then this piece is actually going to be part of the leaves when we put those together here in just a second that go around our little lily, okay? So I'm just gonna keep working my way around here. I'm gonna pick up all these, move them aside. I'm gonna pick up all these and move them aside. The sound is bad, somebody said. That's a cute little bud. Emily is telling me that the sound is bad. Let's see here. What's the name of this dye? Is it water lily? Sorry, yes, it's a water lily. Lisa, can you tell me if the sound is still bad? I don't know what is causing that. Okay, let me it's back to sounding bad again. Is it better now? I don't know what would cause that tonight. Sounds good here. Hello, Brenda and Keiko. Sounds like an echo. Thank you, Emily. Okay. Emily popped in to tell me she must have been watching from the other room. Okay, while we're waiting here, no, you keep cutting in and out. So weird. Okay, let's see here. I sent her a text. Oh, thank you. Okay, so there's a couple of things that I can do. Okay, let me go here. All right, there's a couple of things that I can do. I can keep going, Lisa. I can keep going, or I can exit out of this live stream, which will shut us down, and I can reopen a new one. It is up to you guys if it sounds really bad. I can shut it down and we can redo it. Not redo, but restart. You're cutting in and out. It sounds like you're in a tunnel. Yes, keep going. It's better now. Keep going. Good here. Okay. Okay, I'm just going to keep going. And I apologize for those of you that are having issues. Okay, so I'm going to go back down to my desk. So strange. Okay, everyone's comment in, keep going or restart. Okay, Lisa's gonna watch that for us. And while you guys are chatting over there, I'm gonna start on green. Now for my green, for the lily pad and for the base of the um, little bud, I'm gonna use rustic wilderness. So it's gonna be a really nice, pretty green. And I'm gonna try my dirty brush first and I'm gonna see what we've got on here. Nope, I need to reload. So let's reload, and that is plenty dark. It comes and goes. You're fine now. Okay. Yeah, you gotta love technology. It just you never know. Okay, so here is our cute little lily pad. And really, you could face this either direction, whether if you wanted it like this or you want to flip it over. Our big water lily is going to end up resting here when we finish. So I'm going to start off of the paper and I'm going to start working on that really rich green. Just like that. And I'm going to set that aside. And then I've got a little stem for our little bud. All right. So I'm just going to work that color down. Just like that. Make that stem really nice and rich and dark. And I can kind of pick it up and move it aside. Okay. I'm going to wipe down this color. You guys are awesome for hanging out. And I know you guys understand that, technology. You just never know what's going to happen on a live stream. Okay, so next, we need to do a center for our water lily. And so I'm going to pull out the little center pieces. And these are gonna be hard to see just a little bit on the screen, maybe not too bad, but there's an underside and then there's the top side. Now the underside I'm gonna do in orange, and this is Crackling Campfire, and I'm gonna set that aside, and then the topmost piece I'm gonna do in a yellow, and so you're gonna be able to see the color variations on that. There we go. And then this little guy is gonna go right up in there. And then I'm gonna do another little cleanup. Okay, all right. Now, this little piece had the leaves have little wider portions that make them look like they are curled up. I'm gonna lay these out like this, and I'm gonna flip this little guy over if I can get him to stay. And I'm gonna use Twisted Citron to make it look like a lighter. Um, let's see here. It's better now. Beautiful. Okay, somebody's saying it's better now. Good. You know, the color on my screen even looks better now too. So I don't know if we're having like internet surges or I mean, you never know. And I'm a crafter. I am not a techie. That is for darn sure. Okay. And then I'm gonna lay these little light green pieces, if I can get them all picked up. I'm gonna lay them right there. And now it's time to get to the fun part where we start building up the lilies. So let's start with our big one, the big open mature one. And I'm going to take the second to the bottom piece. I'll kind of lay these out here. And this is where I like to add the adhesive. So I'm just going to add a few little dots. It doesn't take a lot. And then it's really easy to line up. You're going to be able to see kind of where everything fits together. And you can take your fingers and just kind of make sure that everything lines up well. And then I'll take the next layer. Let me double check these. Yep. Next layer, a few dots. Now I always add adhesive. Anytime I'm doing a floral, one of our lovely layers, I always put the adhesive towards the center because in the end, I may end up wanting to kind of flip those petals up just a little bit to add, extra dimension to them. And if you glue everything down, all the petals down flat, you can't do that in the very end. And so I kind of like to leave it like that. Okay, so here's where we're going. We're looking good. Our adhesive right towards the center. And then I can add this layer down and keep pinching. And it looks really cool. And all of this has been done with one ink color. So it goes from that really, really dark coral all the way up into what's almost a baby pink. All depending on, how much ink you add and how much pressure you're putting on that brush. Okay, so cool. See it all kind of coming together. Okay, and then I have the outermost little petal. I think I'm going to add the centers first, and these go on here really cool. And I think I'll add the top part first, but they just nestle down on there, and they're so cool when it all comes together. And I'm going to pick this up, and I'm going to shimmy that around. Make sure all those little stamens and all that little stuff is all down on there. Okay, these dies would be a lot of fun to do on watercolor paper. Yes, it would. And kinda make it like who is that Monet that has the is it water lilies? That's the painting that's all, um, moody and pretty. Okay, and then this little heart-shaped petal just kinda fits down in here like so. Okay, you see now what we've got? Look at that! Look how it all just, like, pops together. Okay, I'm gonna kinda hold it up, and you can see all the pretty dimension. So, so cool. Okay, now and you can see where this little guy, can go right down on his little lily pad. Alright, now let's put together our little bud. Okay, and so I've got the little leaves, I've got my base layer, and I'm gonna start with the second layer again. Okay, everybody's liking the water lily. It's so pretty, and it goes with it's feminine kinda looking, but it goes with our outdoorsy, adventurous release that we've got going on here. Take the next layer, and we'll keep building these up just like that, and then the top layer, and I can make sure everything's lined up pretty, and then I'm gonna take all the little underleaves, and this nestles right down in there. Once I kinda get it, shimmied around, okay, now I'm gonna use my tweezers, and so I'm gonna take this little guy, this, and he goes over here on the longest leaf, and I'm just going to nestle him right in there. And this long one goes on the other side. And again, I'm just gonna nestle him. And you can add these little pieces. I probably should have added them before I glued the little bud down, but as you can tell, it's all coming together okay. See how it looks like those little leaves? Those little leaves underneath are kind of flipped up where you get that lighter area. And then I've got one for the center. And I can kind of flip it over here and lay it down. Make sure it's adhered. Now we've got our little stem has the big spot on it. And all you gotta do really is kind of and you could cover up all of this, or you can nestle that, right in here where you kind of start to see where that stem kinda comes up and connects to your little lily bud, and I kinda like to see, where it's all kind of coming up in there and connecting a little bit. Okay, so there we've got that. Now, just like this, and then you can put this little guy, coming out the side. Also, I should note that you can use the stem for the large lily, and you can also use the stem for lily pad. So, if you look up, photos of ponds with lilies and things like that, how they all kind of, grow out of the bottom. Okay, now let's build a card, and let's make a card, um, for our beautiful lily. And I've got to find all my little pieces here and what I have done with them. Let's see here. Here they are. Yes. Okay. So I've got a piece of vellum, heavyweight vellum, that's going to be the outside of our card. I have some patterned paper, and you can see it looks like water. This is from our beachy paper pad that we released last summer that is called Vitamin C. Okay. And so I'm going to use that. I've got a little note card that's already cut down that we're going to place on the inside. And so I'm just going to start gluing away here. But we have to have some water for our little lily pad and the lily to go in. And so I'm just going to line this up just like that. Is there a different weight vellum? There is. There's really heavy duty, heavyweight vellum, and then there are lighter weights that are not as sturdy. Now, I will tell you that all vellum is pretty, it's not going to be as heavy duty as your cardstock, but you can find heavyweight vellum. I'm going to use tape runner on the back of this, and then it is going to go. If I can get it open here, it's going to go nestled in, and I'm just going to eyeball it the best that I can here before I drop it down. There we go. And now we've got this cute little, like, fused out, diffused, I should say, water. And then when we open it up, or the recipient opens it, we have a sweet little note that we can put on the inside. Okay. Got that. And then if you want to cover up the back side, let me find it. You just flip it over where you've got adhesive and things. And this is where you would put, like your handmade by Kelley or Lisa or whoever. And you can cover that up. And it also makes it a lot sturdier of a card too. Okay, and now we get to arrange and do the fun parts with our lily pad and our lily and our little bud, like so. Okay, do you see where we're heading here? Let's see here. Yes, it dries clear. The vellum card is a neat idea. The lake we used to go to had yellow, pink, and white water lilies. Wow. Okay. All right. So I'm going to add my lilies on, and then I left a little space of the water down here, and that's where I'm going to add my sentiment here in a minute. Okay. So I'm going to take this up. The first thing I'm going to glue down is the lily pad, and I'm just going to add a tiny bit of tape runner, and I like him to go this way, and I'm going to have it kind of hanging off one side. I'm leaving space here for my sentiment, and then my lily like this. Whoops. And then he's going to kind of come off on this side. I'm looking before I press it down. And then my little bud, and I'm going to add a little adhesive. Let's see here, right there and right there. And he's going to be kind of tucked up in here. Maybe the leaves crossing over a little bit. I like that. There we go. And they're all pressed into place. Okay, look how cute. I'm so excited. Okay, now we need a sentiment. Now we need a sentiment. So I'm going to pull out my Misty here. And I have a new sentiment to show you. And this is from a brand new sentiment set called Mini Messages. And I know it's going to be hard to see right now, but once I stamp it, I'm going to stamp it in the same saltwater taffy. That on scrap paper. And this is going to say, sending you a happy hello. The color has gotten weird again on my screen. Has the sound and stuff gone bad again? For you guys, sending you a happy hello. Mini messages, and they are mini. So if you like to put them in, little areas here and there, I'm actually going to cover this with clear embossing powder to make it a little bit glossy right over the top. There we go. Let me see here. Yes, funny to sound. The sound is funny. Sound is wonky. I don't know what that is. So weird. I apologize, you guys. It's so strange that it's doing that. Okay. And the screen is weird too. Okay. So now we've got our little mini message, and then we have, let's see here. The sound is a little off. Yes. I don't know why it keeps doing that. Okay. And then mini messages, the sentiment set has a die set that's going to cut out all of the mini messages. If you'll notice on this one, and there's 3 different styles of die. You'll notice on this one, it's not completely square. It has rounded or kind of ovaled corners. And then there is a square one, and then there's also a little fishtail. So lots of different options and different sizes and lengths, depending on how tight or how long you want your little message to be. Okay, so I'm just going to kind of line this up, and I'm going to make sure my sides are pretty even here, and tape this down. And I'm going to pull out my little bitty buzz cutter here. And we'll run that right through. And this sentiment set, I have to tell you, there's probably a good, I don't know, 30, 35 some odd sentiments in that sentiment set. There's a lot because you can pack in, a lot of little sentiments into one set. Okay, so for this one, I am going to, let me see if I can find my little strips. There they are. I'm going to go ahead and pop this up. And if you don't like for the inside of the vellum, if you don't want the back sides of your die cuts to show, you could always cut out a white, piece and add over the top. It really doesn't make me any never mind. I did do the back side so I could put my little stamp thing. Okay, wishing you a happy hello. Wish that would come in better. Okay, now final little bit. I'm gonna add, these are our older pastel pearls. I'm just gonna add a few right up in here, and we can kind of do the little peachy color. It's gonna be so cute. Almost look like little bubbles or a little something. And then let's do maybe a larger one down in here and another small one. Just like that. Okay. And then one last little bit. The water lily is just gorgeous. It is. It's so fun. Okay. And then I'm going to get crazy and add some shimmer. And there's no rhyme or reason to the shimmer. And this is just stickles, but it almost makes it look like it's got water on it. And I'll hold it up here in just a second. Just like so. Maybe a little bit down onto the little lily pad. Okay. There we go. All right, now I'm gonna hold this up and I'm gonna try to tilt it in the light. And I know that the picture is not as pretty as we would like it to be. And the colors are so weird. Okay. All right, now let's go back to this screen. Let's see how that, okay, that one's clear, isn't it? Isn't that so weird? Okay, let me hold it up. All right, so here it is here. Okay, now see the difference in the colors and the shimmer and the stickles. Let me get it in the light correctly. There we go. So pretty. There we go, right there. And you can see that little mini message down there with the water underneath. So cute. Okay, now let me show you a different option with the water lily. Are you guys ready? All right, let me see what you guys think. Amazing. Love it. Yes. Okay. All right, here we go. So I saw someone mention earlier in the live stream the dragonfly, and we already have a dragonfly. So same little water lily, and you can see I did the same style card with the water underneath, but this time I did a big 5x7 card and added that Lovely Layers dragonfly. Look how amazing he is with the water lily. Let me see if I can get it. All right, let's go down here. All right, let's go split here. There we go. And the weird color is back. All right, the dragonfly with the water lily. Yes, the dragonfly. Yes, we already have, they're called Lovely Layers bugs, I believe, but there's a dragonfly, a butterfly, and a bee. A bee. Yes. Okay. So cool. And then what else was I gonna show you? Nothing, I don't think. This one, this card, let me tilt it. Do you see down in the petals where I added colored pencil too? So, I mean, you could get really fancy or as simple as you would like it. Okay. All right, let's go back here. All right, so what do you guys think? Tell me in the comments what you think of the Lovely Layers water lily and the little lily pad. And you can mix that with the Lovely Layer bugs, which are already out. The mini messages is a new sentiment set with those cute little dies. Let's see here. Love it. Kelsey says she loves it. I agree with the comment about honeybee is getting better and better. Thank you, Laurie. Thank you. Thank you. Absolutely love. Yay. I'm so glad that you guys love it. It is really pretty. It's really pretty. And I think this would be really pretty because I don't know why water lilies feel so, like, just kinda relaxed and chill, and so this would make a beautiful sympathy card even or something like that. Birthday, you could even put the butterfly, die set on there and make a butterfly instead of the dragonfly. So many, wonderful things that you can do with a water lily. Okay. How do you pull your hair out? This is in a clippy. I'm trying to let my hair grow out, and it's crazy. It's in the weird in-between stage. Okay. So, Lisa, if you'll go through all of our friends over there, and let's see who our amazing winner is gonna be tonight. Very versatile, Mari said. Absolutely. You can use it for lots of different things, I think. You're so welcome. All right, Karen Petrick, you are the winner. Karen. All right, I'm gonna hold it up here because it's easier to see. All right, Karen, if you'll email Kelley, Kelley at honeybeestamps.com, I'm gonna send you a $25 gift card. Woohoo! Congratulations. All right. Thank you guys for joining me. Come back here Monday night because we're going to have another sneak peek. And hopefully, our technology is going to be working for us. But thank you, thank you, thank you so much. Kelly, did you use yellow? Did not use yellow. I did on the water lily. Yes, I did. Let me see if I can get it on the center. I sure did. I hope that's what you mean. All right, you guys, thanks for joining me. Have a wonderful rest of your week. Come back here on Monday for another sneak peek and another giveaway, and then we'll see you then. Bye, guys.